Hello everyone, welcome back to the Makisude YouTube channel. Today we want to craft a full project. We're going to be making a headband for a small, okay, maybe a medium-sized head of a woman. So we're going to be the work we're going to do, the headband would measure approximately 21 inches, yeah, wide, or long rather, I think that's the word, long. And then I won't make it too wide, maybe it would work with 2 inches wide, and then about 21 inches long. We're going to be needing a scissors, definitely. I'm going to be using a 6mm crochet hook to craft the band itself, and then we're going to be making a little flower, a rose flower, and then I'm going to use a size smaller, which is a 5mm hook. I'm going to make an orange headband. It's going to be orange in color, and then I'm going to use this off-white, or you can call it a milk color, to make the flower. So without wasting our time, I'm going to start jump right in. So I'm going to start with the 6mm hook. We're going to chain 11. Let's hope that our 11 chains get to not be more than the 2. This is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is way too wide, so I'm going to reduce this to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I reduced it to 7, and yeah, we have it right there. So what I'm going to do, the reason why I have a 7 is that I'm going to end up having 6 stitches on my work. So this is 7 chains. I'm going to ignore this chain and then I'm going to single crochet in the back loops. I've taught us this back loop thing. It's in one of the videos on my channel. By the way, like, comment, and share, tag your friends to check out our videos as well. So this, I'm going to work in the back loops. If you don't remember what that is, you check out the videos on there. They're properly labeled and titled, so you'd find the particular one that you need. So I'm going to be working in the back loops only. So this is the back loop. I do single crochet stitch, 1, single crochet stitch, 2, single crochet stitch, again. Oh, okay. Let me take that back. Now when you turn this, when you turn your stitches, when you turn your chains at the back of the chains, that's what I meant to say. We're going to be, these single crochets are being worked in the back of the chain. There are 2 loops in front of the chain and then 1 protrusion at the back. So that's where I'm working these single crochet stitches into. I had to mention that because the actual band is going to be worked in back loops only for this particular project. So I got to the end, and then we have on that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stitches. We have 6 single crochet stitches. So to start the actual work, we're going to chain 1, turn our work. In one of the videos also, I mentioned that whenever you're having to turn your work, you turn your work in the same direction. Now we're here, we've turned our work this way. So I'm going to single crochet along, but I'm going to single crochet in the back loops only. See, front, this is the front, I'm going to ignore that, and then this is the back. So single crochet 1, single crochet 2, single crochet 3, single crochet 4, single crochet 5, single crochet 6. Now we have 6 stitches. You cannot have more than 6 stitches at a time, because it would mean you're either expanding your work or reducing your work. And right now we're not trying to expand or reduce anything. We're creating a bundle that has to have an even width from the beginning to the end. So we chain 1 again, turn your work same direction, back loops only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So now that we've gotten the hang of that, we're going to go off camera now, and then we're going to walk this length until we have the 21 inches that we spoke about at the beginning of the class. So let's go on and do this work until we have achieved 21 inches. See you there later. Okay, so we are here at our desired length. Yeah, I haven't joined it yet because I want to share with you what I did. I have 54 rows in total, and if I put them together, put my tape on it, I have, without stretching it, I have about 8.5 or almost 9. If you multiply that, you have about 18 inches wide. We're looking at 21. So if I pull this, you know, which is what this is supposed to give, it's supposed to give you an elastic effect. So if we pull that, you know, we have exactly what it is that we need. Look at that, it gets all the way to 10.5. 10.5 gives us 21 inches long in total. So this means that at this point we can join, you know, both sides of the band to create a circle, so to speak. So to do that, this is what we're going to do. All right, I like to walk from the right side to the left side, so I'm going to have to turn this around so that I can walk this way. I have chained one already, so what I'm going to do is, we have 6 stitches here and then 6 stitches here as well. As usual, I'm supposed to walk in the back loops only, so I'm going to pick up this back loop and pick up this other back loop as well, pick up my loop and create a single crochet stitch. You can choose to do that. You can also choose to just slip stitch. So to slip stitch, I'm going to slip stitch the next one. So I put in my hook, back loop only, yeah, I come here, back loop only, slip stitches. When I pull through these, I pull through all of this. It gives it a different effect. Maybe we should just do a slip stitch. Let's do that. So I go back all the way. I have chained one. I don't want to lose my chain one, so I grab it. Yeah, back loop only, back loop only. Here we have 1 2 3 4 5 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6. This is the last stitch, so this is where we need to go into. Sometimes it's hard, so I'll just pick up, try to go into both. Should give me room, and I come back out. Then I now have enough room to go into the back loop only. See how I did that? So I come out and then I slip stitch. Next stitch, back loop only, back loop only, put my loop and slip stitch. Next stitch, back loop only, back loop only, pick up my loop and slip stitch. Oops, I nearly lost that. Next stitch, back loop only, back loop only in this one, and then I slip stitch. Next, back loop only, back loop only in there, and then I slip stitch. Last but not the least, back loop only, and then a back loop only here, slip stitch and chain to put that. See, We've created that. Pick up my scissors and then pull this out to tighten. All right, so we have the band. We have our band. So we're going to place the band aside, and we're going to pick up the thread that we want to use in creating the flower. You can choose whatever kind of flower that you like. The flower is going to be placed anywhere on the band. I'm going to choose this point. I'm going to choose this point so that it could, if there are any irregularities in the joining, it could conceal it. It's not hiding anything, it's just concealing. So I'm going to make a flower that can go on there. You can make as many flowers as you want. You can make tiny little flowers and put them all around the whole band to beautify the entire band, or you can make just one large flower on one point on the band, or make a big one here, two small ones to flank it, or do whatever it is that you want to do that you're comfortable with. So I pick up this. I want to create a rose flower. The rose flower might be big, so I'm not going to use this my size 6mm hook. I'm going to drop this and I pick up my size 5mm hook. All right, so to create a rose flower, we're going to be working in multiples of 6 stitches. So I'm going to create a number of chains that would that on the multiplication table for 6. So maybe I'm going to go with 6 times 8, or 6 times 9, or 6 times 10, or 6 times 11. When I learned this how to make this rose, we went with the 6 times 11. So I'm going to do a 6 times 8, or maybe I should do a 6 times 7. Let me stick with the odd number. So I'm going to do a 6 times 7, and 6 times 7 is 42. So let's go, let's chain 42. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. Now I'm going to place a double crochet stitch in the 6th chain from my hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Double crochet in there. This row is going to be worked in V stitches. The V stitches have separated the post. The double crochet post will be separated by two chains. Okay, I'm going to work that with 3 chains. I'm going to separate my V stitches by 3 chains. So this is the first V. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place another, I'm going to skip 2 chains and place another double crochet in there, the 3rd one. So chain 3, right, go back into the same chain, create a double crochet stitch. So that's another V. We have a V, we have an inverted V, we have another one. Okay, you know what, let me use 2 so that they are even. Since I'm skipping 2 chains at the lower end, I have to maintain 2 chains up here, so that is why I've had to loosen that. Double crochet, skip 2 chains, double crochet in the next, chain 2, double crochet in the same chain, skip 2 chains and the foundation chain and double crochet. Now chain 2, double crochet in the same stitch. Okay, skip 2 chains, 1, 2, double crochet in the next, right? Chain 2, double crochet in the same. Okay, see, this is what we're gonna have: a V, upstanding, inverted, upstanding, inverted, upstanding, inverted, like that. So you're going to keep doing this to the end. You're going to keep doing this, you know, until we get to the end of the chain, and I'll meet you up there for our next row. So let's see you at the end of the row. Okay, so we've walked and then we have 3 chains left. So as usual, we're gonna walk a double crochet into this last chain right here, a double crochet, 2 chains, another double crochet in that same stitch. Now that row is complete. So see what we have. We have this beautiful lacy look. All right, so our next row, what we're going to do is we're going to chain 2 and turn. We turn our work into each V. We're going to put in 2 double crochet stitches, 3 chains, and another 2 double crochet stitches. So it's going to be like a fan. You know, we learned how to make a fan. It's in one of our videos on our YouTube channel. So we're going to create a fan. This fan is going to consist of 2 double crochet stitches, 3 chains, and 2 double crochet stitches. Let's go on. So these 2 chains is going to represent a double crochet stitch. So let's go right ahead. Double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet stitches in the same V, stitch. Yeah, right there. See? Yeah. Now in the next V, we are going to do the same thing. So 2 double crochet stitches, 3 chains, 2 double crochet stitches, the next V. Yeah, this is what we're gonna have, right? See that? Okay, we're gonna do that again. So next V, 2 double crochet stitches, 1 and 2, 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, another 2 double crochet stitches in the same V stitch. I'm going to leave us here. You continue this way. In every V stitch, put in a 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet, fan stitch, and I'll meet you here at the end of the row. So let's do that. Okay, we're here at the last V. Look at what this has done. It's created this very beautiful lace pattern. Now the crazy thing about crazy but interesting thing about crochet is that everything we work can actually be used for different kinds of projects. Look at this. What does this remind you of? For me, it reminds me of a collar. So you can use this to create a very beautiful collar for your work, you know, but we're not creating a collar today. We're trying to create a flower, but see how nicely this curves out. So let's work our last fan into our last V. So as usual, you do double crochet, 2 double crochet, chain 3, and another 2 double crochet. Now we're going to put this last double crochet stitch in, from this edge. We're going to count 1 2 3, so we're going to put it in there in the third chain from the previous row. So just find somewhere there to put in the second double crochet stitch. So this row is complete. Look at that. The row is complete. Okay, so now to our third row, what we're going to do is we chain 1 and turn the work. Double crochet stitches, we're going to double crochet 7 into this chain 3 space. So 7 double crochet stitches are going to go in here. Let's do that. 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. We have this. What do we call this stitch again? Who remembers? This is a shell. So working a shell into a fan. All right, and next thing we're going to do is see this boundary between this fan and the other fan. See this boundary right here? We're going to create a single crochet stitch into that space. So this is what we have. See that? We're going to do this for every fan. All right, so 7 double crochet. This is 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. See the boundary? Single crochet in there. Created 2 of that. Can you see that? Okay, so we're going to go again. How many double crochet in here? 7. So 7 double crochets stitches, 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. Right, then in the boundary, single crochet stitch. See what we're getting? See what we're getting? All right, so I'm going to leave you here, and then I'm going to finish off my shells in fans to the end of the row. I'll meet you up here when we have but 1 to work. So see you at the end. Okay, we're here at the last fan. We're about to work our last shell. 7 double crochet stitches. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. We're going to slip stitch into the chain 2 from the previous row, or rather it's going to be a single crochet stitch. because we started out with a single crochet stitch at the beginning of that row. So we're going to end it with a single crochet stitch, and then we'll slip stitch or chain one. We're going to leave a very long thread. This thread is going to enable us work to sew our flower together and also sew on the band. So maybe rope measuring up to 20 inches would work. So I'm going to cut this here, right? So that goes. Now this is what I'm going to do next. I'm going to pull this thread out. Okay, and tighten that part. The flower is complete, but not so complete. Now we have this. This in itself is not a flower yet. So all we have to do is roll it in together. This is the base. We're going to turn it to the back. This is the base of the flower. So we're going to roll this way. See that? We're going to follow the single crochet foundation. The foundation chain is what we're going to follow. Follow it that way. Gently roll your flower gently around. Gently, do not lose the center thereof. Gently onto the end. This is the end. You see that? You turn this around, you have your flower. See that? See? This is a flower. See how nice that looks? This is going to be sitting somewhere on this. See that? What do you think? Okay, let's sew the flower on. To sew this on, I'm going to need, put this here, I'm going to need my yarn needle, which is, I'm going to use this. So I'll thread that. Okay, I'm going to thread that from the top. I'm going to leave this. This will come in handy at some point. This was at the beginning. These are the foundation. This is how we started. When we created our initial slip knot, we left this out for a reason. So we're going to leave it there. And then on this, we're going to gently sew. Yeah, this is the thread. I'm going to gently attach. First of all, I'll attach it to the main body of the flower to hold that in place. Then I'll walk along the lines of this edge gently, not too tight, just loosely. Sew that loosely, just to grab the ends of the flower together. So now the petals are all together. Now we have to ensure that this part is sewn together as well. So we're almost at the foundation. So what we're going to do is that foundation row, the single crochet, the chains that we created, what we're going to do is that we're going to try as much as possible to grab that row, put that row in place by sewing back and forth. So just the single crochet. See how I am gently picking those rows up, nothing too deep. And go back across, try to land someplace else. See, gently across. Yeah, then find another place to land, and I'd like to land right here. Gently across, gently across. See, it's gradually forming gently across. This rope is still there. This one, let's not forget this other rope that's here. So gently across. I try to always end up at the exact opposite end of the initial thread, and I'll let you know why in a bit. So we have this here and we have this here. Notice how they are on opposite sides. See that? Can you see that? Now if I turn this flower around, this is our flower. Look at that. I pick up our band. We still have all of this. We're going to sew these ends in soon. You know, we want to sew on the flower first. So we have our flower properly situated right there. And this one is sew in, come out this way, and let that be. I thread this other one, and put it in the same line properly. See, now this is done. This is the other side. This is what I have. I could easily tie this together, but I need to properly sew in place. So I thread it back, right? As thinly as possible. I grab and come out. Yeah, sort of the now it's a bit firmer. All right, so now I can tie them together because they're closer. I can tie this together neatly and tightly so it stays. Usually I like to tie thrice to be certain. Yeah, and then very gently at the tip snip that off. Now look at these are still here, so these also have to be properly I'm gonna work these loose ends to the middle of the project because they are at the edges, so I'm gonna just gently work my way into the middle. See, then I work this other one too, gently. Oops, didn't get that. Okay, cool. So gently, yeah, to the middle. See, just like that. Now this one you have to be a little bit careful because if you tie it too tightly, you're gonna distort the shape of the band. So gently once. The second one is where you need to get a little bit tighter, but still carefully. So see, and then the final one. Done. Now it took about we worked 54 rows of this band. Yeah, it took 3 rows took a minute. So if you were to divide that, 54 divided by 3, it means that to create this band you're going to be needing at least 16 minutes to work this band. right? That's 54 divided by 3. Oh, there goes my maths. 54 divided by 3 is we have 3 goes into 5 one time, and then we have 2 left, and then 3 goes into 24 8 times. So that's 18 minutes in all. So 18 minutes is what it took us to create this band. And then for each of the fans, which is the middle row of this flower, it took us maybe another for 3 fans a minute. So altogether, this band shouldn't take you up to an hour. Maximum of a 45-minute time frame. You should be done with this very beautiful headband. This is beautiful, isn't it? Your comments, yeah, and just let me know how you feel about this in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day. Bye now.